Hello students, today we will discuss next important topic from your syllabus, that is modern forms of communication. Students, in our previous lectures we discussed press writing, report writing, etc. And today we will discuss modern forms of communication. So let's begin with this topic. Students, modern forms of communication, these are divided into different parts, means there are so many forms of communication in this modern era. First one is fax, second is email, third voicemail, fourth teleconferencing, fifth telephone answering machine. First is fax, second is email, third is voicemail, fourth is teleconferencing, fifth is telephone answering machine. So all these are modern forms of communication. So let's discuss the very first form of communication, that is fax. A fax or facsimile machine carries printed messages. These messages are the words and pictures in photocopy form from the sender instrument to the receiver instrument. So fax machine carries printed messages. Printed messages means words and pictures in photocopy form. This fax machine carries printed messages from the instrument of the sender, means who is sending the printed message, to the receiver's instrument. The sender of a fax message prepares the copy on a sheet, generally no larger than A4 size, which can be fed into the fax machine. The sender of a fax message prepares a copy of a sheet which can be fed into the fax machine. So he dials the destination number, means where he is sending the printed message. He dials the destination number, then gets the fax tone and feeds the message into the machine. So this is the uh, work that is done by the sender of the fax message. The printed message is converted into electronic signals as the paper rolls through the fax machine. Printed message is converted into electronic signals as the paper rolls through the fax machine. This message is received in the same form at the other end on the paper roll that is attached to the machine. So the receiver of the message receive the message sent by the sender of the fax message in the same form at the other end on the paper roll that is attached to the machine. So this is the work that is done during by the fax machine. So next is the advantages of fax, modern form of communication, that is fax. Fax enables an accurate transmission of a document, including pictures and handwriting. Color faxes are also a possibility. So, a fax machine makes it able to send, transmission means to send a document, including pictures and handwriting, in an accurate manner. Color faxes are also a possibility, means you can also send colored faxes. B the B advantages, next advantages is fax can be sent through a computer, in which case it is restricted to the messages created on the computer. So fax can be sent through computer also. Next advantage is A fax message can be confirmed on telephone to ensure its authenticity. So, after sending a message through fax, one can confirm on phone that whether the receiver has received the fax message on other end or not. So, this is the advantage of fax message. Next advantage is faxes are admissible as proof in the court. In this respect, they are superior to email. Faxes are admissible as proof in the court. In this respect, they are superior to email. So, fax messages are even more superior to email messages. Next advantage is with repeat dialing facility, a busy number can be reached as soon as it becomes free. Next advantage is with repeat dialing facility, a busy number can be reached as soon as it becomes free. So all these are advantages of a fax machine, that is modern form of communication. Next modern form of communication is email, popularly named for electronic mail. Means electronic mail's popular name is email. It involves sending messages via telecommunication links. If two computer terminals, however distant from each other, are connected on internet, it is possible to send messages from one to another. So, email is also known as electronic mail, and it involves sending messages via telecommunication links. If two computer sets which are distant means very far from each other, they are connected through internet, then it is possible to send messages from one to another. Every time the user wants to send messages or check the incoming mail, he can reach his ID by typing a password which makes the mail account private. So a person can check any mail that has been sent to him or her by anyone. He can reach his ID by typing a password which makes the mail account private. Means nobody else can see the messages which a person receives through email ID. However, once you have submitted to the mechanism of email, you do not know who might read this private information far away. As such, email does not guarantee 100% secrecy. So, once you have submitted to the mechanism of email, you do not know who might read this private information far away. So, as such, email does not guarantee 100% secrecy, but this is very much in use in this modern era. Advantages of email. First one is managing email is easy. You can manage all your correspondence on screen, and so can your customers. Your proposal can be answered, revised, stored, and sent to others, all without reams of paper involved. Next is email is fast. Mail is delivered instantly from your office to anywhere in the world. No other method of delivery can provide this service. So email is very fast way of communication. Next is email is inexpensive. Compared to telephone calls, faxes or courier services, email is less expensive. Next is email is easy to filter. The subject line on an email makes it easy to prioritize messages. The reader can identify critical correspondence quickly and it can be dealt with immediately. Next is transmission is secure and reliable. Transmission means to send a message is secure and reliable. The level of security in transmitting or in sending email message is very high. Email is private. Often telephone and fax messages are not. If address information is correct, rarely does an email go astray. Next is in contact. Through email you can be in touch with many people simultaneously. Photographs and video can be sent via email. No paper is required. Next is as long as you carry your password with you, you can open your email account on any computer in the world which has this facility. So you can open your email anywhere on any PC or computer. Next advantage of email is you can have an address book in your email account, record the incoming mails and edit them and so on. So all these are advantages of email. Next is voicemail. Voicemail is a form of email only. Here a message, instead of being communicated in a written form, is sent in the form of voice of the caller. Like email, it is very easy to use and is a convenient way of leaving short message for someone who is not immediately available. So voicemail is a form of email only. Through this mode of communication, a message is sent in the form of voice of the caller and not in written form. Like email, it is very easy to use and is very convenient way of leaving short message for someone who is not immediately available. So this is the information regarding voicemail. Next is tele or video conferencing. This mode of communication begins in teleconferencing. A number of telephones are simultaneously connected to each other. So in a tele or video conferencing, a number of telephones are connected to each other. Teleconferencing is a facility enabling people in different parts of the world to have an audio meeting. So through teleconferencing, a large group of people can have a meeting, saving on transit time and hotel stay. A further advance in the technology is teleconferencing. The participants can react to the messages and inputs for the other's knowledge. They may not even be present simultaneously for the computer teleconferences, but add their contribution at their convenience. Video conferencing. Next advancement in the technology is video conferencing. However, it is closet, it gets to see and hearing one another without being present together. So, through video conferencing, a person can see and hear one another without being present together. The technologies used in a video conference are monitor screen, camera, microphone, and internet connectivity. With the passage of time, this is becoming more popular and easier to use. So, video conferencing is becoming more popular in this present era. You often see it in TV interviews. So, this is fourth modern form of communication. Next one is telephone answering machine. Sometimes telephone messages arrive when there is no one personally present to attend to them. In such cases, a telephone answering machine can prove to be very useful. Whenever the telephone bell rings, the machine reproduces a pre recorded message. Most of the railway and airline inquiry offices transmit pre recorded messages in response to inquiry made to them. Such messages are usually of routine nature. So, through telephone answering machine, we receive messages which are already recorded. All this mode of communication is used mostly by the railway department and airline department, through which the people can inquire about their flights, etc. International communication. International communication, also referred to as global communication or transnational communication, is the communication practice that occurs across international borders. The need for international communication was due to the increasing effects and influences of globalization. As a field of study, international communication is a branch of communication studies concerned with the scope of government to government, business to business, and people to people interactions at a global level. Currently, international communication is being taught at colleges across the United States. Due to the increasingly globalized market, employees who possess the ability to effectively communicate across cultures are in high demand. So this mode of communication is in demand these days. International communication encompasses political, economic, social, cultural, and military concerns. So for all these purposes, international communication is being used in this present era. So all these are the modern forms of communication, students: fax, email, voicemail, teleconferencing, and telephone answering machine. So try to learn all these points and all these modes of modern communication. So today we have completed our topic, and tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture. Thank you very much.